Hello and welcome to the news at 10. I'm Ramnath and these are the headlines. On the opening day of the Tamil Nadu Assembly session, the opposition walks out and boycotts the governor's address. Government announces schemes for the benefit of the poor. Opposition says it's just an eyewash. And sad news for tennis fans. Day 3 of Chennai Open local boy Somdev Dev Varman loses the match to mighty Janko Tipsarevic. Now, the opening day of Tamil Nadu Assembly session witnessed a slew of welfare measures by the government. However, the main opposition party and its ally were up in arms against the government's failure on several fronts.
This was a scene barely a few minutes after the assembly session began. As a mark of protest, AIADMK members attended the session in black. Even before the governor began his address, the main opposition party AIADMK and its ally the MDMK staged a walkout.
தமிழகத்தின் ஜீவாதார உரிமைகள் காலங்காலமாக அனுபவித்த உரிமைகள் இன்றைக்கு பறிபோய் கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. அதை கருணாநிதி அரசு தடுத்து நிறுத்த முடியவில்லை. கொலை, கொள்ளை, கற்பழிப்பு, சட்டம் ஒழுங்கு சீர்குலைவு ஆகியவை தொடர்ந்து நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றது.
Despite the walkout, the New Year's first assembly session witnessed a slew of announcements. The House thundered with applause when the governor announced this scheme.
With a view to encouraging students who do not have any graduate in their families so far and pursue professional education after securing admission under the single window system, the government has decided to bear the entire tuition fee payable by these students in government and private engineering, medical, dental, agriculture, veterinary and law graduates, irrespective of their caste or income.
Along with this, the governor also announced several other new schemes. 21 lakh permanent houses will be built under the Kalaignar housing scheme. Waiver of loans worth 83 crore rupees to benefit Adi Dravida entrepreneurs. Minimum number of years to get house pattas will be reduced to 3 years. The government will repay principal of loans worth 80 crore rupees taken by tsunami-affected fisherfolk. Just minutes after the governor's address, mixed reactions came pouring in from various political parties. While a few were keen to welcome the announcements, others slammed the government for its failure to address important issues.
அவர்களுக்கு மருத்துவக் கல்லூரியிலும் பல் மருத்துவக் கல்லூரியிலும் பொறியியல் கல்லூரியிலும் மற்ற கல்லூரிகளும் இலவசமாக அரசாங்கமே அவர்களுக்கு சம்பளம் கட்டும் என்ற அறிவிப்பு வெளியிட்டிருப்பது சாலச் சிறந்த ஒரு செயல்.
ஒட்டுமொத்தமா பார்த்தீங்கன்னு சொன்னா இது மக்களை கவர்ச்சிக்கிற வகையில் மக்களை கவர்ச்சிக்கிற உரையை தவிர தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய வளர்ச்சிக்கான வேலைவாய்ப்பினை பெருக்குவதற்கான வளமான தமிழகத்தை வறுமையில்லாத தமிழகத்தை உருவாக்குவதற்கான எந்த அம்சமும் இதில் சொல்லப்படவில்லை.
In the coming days, the House is expected to witness a number of heated debates as political parties have expressed their dissatisfaction over the governor's address. In Chennai, with camera person Devraj and reporters Shabir Ahmed and Nithila, this is Ranjita for NDTV Hindu.
Now, delivering his customary speech in the assembly, the government has assured the farmers of the state that it will take necessary legal action on the Mulai Periyar Dam dispute. Addressing the state assembly in his customary speech, Governor Surjit Singh Barnala said the state government will prevent Kerala government from constructing a new dam replacing the existing Mulai Periyar reservoir. On the Setu Samudram project, he urged the centre to remove hurdles in its implementation and expressed his concern over the delay in execution of this project.
We will continue to urge the union government to enable increasing the maximum level of storage of the existing dam across the Mulai Periyar River in accordance with the judgment of the Supreme Court and to prevent the efforts by the Kerala government to construct an unnecessary new dam.
The main opposition party leader Jayalalitha today described the ruling DMK government's announcements as an attempt to cheat people. In a statement today, Jayalalitha said The absence of issues like Kaveri or Palar water dispute in the governor's address makes one wonder whether the government has decided that nothing can be done on these issues. She also said despite the government's repeated assurances, power cuts are prevalent in the state. Jayalalitha alleged that the government did not take any measures to control price rise and inflation. An estimated 70 lakh children below 5 years will be covered under the intensive pulse polio immunization program to begin in Tamil Nadu on January 10th and February 7th. In an official press release, the Tamil Nadu Health Minister M.R.K. Pannirselvam said cases of pulse polio are being reported in northern states. Since workers from neighboring and northern states are engaged in construction activities here, there is a risk of transmission of polio virus through migrant population. In this view, the state has established 40,399 immunization booths in government hospitals, primary health centers, health sub-centers and noon meal centers. The minister further said the transit booths have also been set up at railway stations, bus stations, airports, worship places. About 2 lakh personnel, including Anganwadi workers and volunteers, have been appointed for the campaign. Now, Ishwara Srikumar, a self-styled godman who has been eluding the police dragnet on charges of sexually abusing women, was arrested by a special police team at Bangalore yesterday. He was brought to Chennai and he is under the interrogation of the city police. The accused Ishwara Srikumar has been on the run for the last few weeks ever since a woman, Hemalata, lodged a complaint with the police that she was sexually abused by the godman when she visited him seeking a job. The godman had also not responded to the repeated summons issued by the police. When we come back, a father and son just can't meet the basic biological needs just because they are caught up in administrative tangles. Stay tuned for more on that.